everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the video that has probably been the most requested one, and that is how I take notes. The note-taking system that I'll be showing you today is a system that I use for biology and chemistry. If I'm taking notes from a textbook, then I would write the textbook chapter right here, and here I just read the heading for the topic. It is necessary to read really well to make good aesthetic notes, so I make sure to read my chapter line by line and note down all topics briefly to make sure I can cover all of the topics while making notes. I use an A4 size plain white notebook for writing notes, and I use sketch pens, highlighters and color pens for decorating my notes. But it is not at all necessary to have this much stationeries to take aesthetic notes and all, because all you need is a pen, a book and a highlighter to make good notes. The reason I use too much stationeries is that I love new stationeries and am an artist. So I bought all of these stationeries for my drawings, and for writing I use either my Parker or this blue pen. I use either any of them. It totally depends on my mood on which pen to use a particular day. If there isn't already a margin on the paper, I quickly make one before I start writing just to get some extra space. The key to making your notes aesthetic is in your favorite highlighters. Now, I want to be clear that when I say highlighters, I mean either one or two. Using more than two highlighters is neither going to make your notes aesthetic or effective. Now I encourage you to have a little fun with this. Choose your favorite colors or choose a funky color scheme when it comes to titling your notes. You certainly do not need to take more than 30 seconds to do this. A good tip for keeping your notes neat and organized is to have a certain system for organizing what that you stick to. For example, I start a new paragraph for each concept, then I use bullet points to add extra information related to that concept, and I use arrows to include short examples related to the current topic. I also write any calculation examples in a box towards the middle of the page, which lets me find them easily if I go through my notes at a later point looking for a particular calculation. My point is not that you should try to copy this particular note-taking system, but that you find one that works for you. Having a system helps you in keeping your notes organized, and you also spend less time figuring out the layout of your notes. Another thing that I have been doing for a while is using a colored pen to write down important terms because when I skim through my notes later while revising them, I can easily see the most important terms, and I also feel like the process of changing pens and taking a bit of extra time to write down these terms helps me remembering them. Another tip to save time while taking notes is to use abbreviations as much as you can. Just make sure that you remember what the abbreviations mean so that you don't get confused while looking through your notes. While drawing the diagrams, I usually return to my lecture notes either later the same day or the day after the lecture. I start by quickly reading through them so that I remember the topic well before I continue working on. The first thing I'll do is to draw the diagrams we went through during the lecture. During them at home, I can spend more time making them detailed and understandable. And I also know that I'm only spending time on diagrams that are directly relevant to the topics we actually learned about. If I find that there are other diagrams from the textbook that are relevant, I will of course draw them as well. I sometimes use a highlighter for the step to highlight what I feel are the most important points in my notes. The last thing I'll do is that I will write a brief summary at the bottom of the page where I focus on the main ideas and also the concepts I found to be the most difficult ones. That is it for how I take notes, and I hope this could help you in figuring out your own note-taking process. Remember that everyone has a different technique that works for them, and if you have any tips for note-taking that you find useful, then do feel free to share them with everyone in the comments. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to like, comment your views on this video and subscribe along with pressing the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in another video. Until then, stay safe. Bye.